So this book was awesome. What's going on, you guys? I am back with another video, and this time I'm doing a book review instead of a movie review. And I got a lot to say, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the story is essentially the same, except it being Edward's perspective, you can hear the thoughts of the other characters, especially the characters that Bella hangs out with, and you find out exactly what they think of her. And with Mike, you kind of find out a little too much information. Yeah. And with this book, I both lose respect for Edward and gain respect for Edward. And I'll get to that in a second. And the characters that Bella hangs out with are not at all what they seem. In fact, I kind of lose respect for quite a few of them. But I'll get to that in a second. Overall, the story is pretty much the same as the first book, and I love the story. With the characters, with Edward, like I said, I sort of lose respect for him, because if you're Team Edward and you read this book, you're not going to be Team Edward much longer, because Edward does stuff in this book that is sort of unforgivable. And overall, he's just an overly antisocial vampire who really falls in love with Bella, all because he decides not to kill her. And he sneaks into her room, watches her sleep, and all because he hears her go like, Edward. And in her sleep, he falls in love with her. And honestly, you do sort of feel bad for him because he's trying to fight his nature. But at the same time, you don't need to look like Jeffrey Dahmer, asshole. I resent that. I'll have you know, I love Bella with a passion, and no freaking Ravenclaw's gonna say otherwise. Edward, I did not say that you don't legitimately love her. I'm just saying you're acting a bit sus. See, this is what I have to deal with. And plus, you gaslight her when she asks you questions about how you were able to save her life. You blow her off for weeks. You constantly stare at her. You actually... You actually are such a jackass to her so much throughout the first book. I almost want to fast forward to New Moon to see her get along so well with Jacob, because their romance I can actually believe. All you Team Jacob fans are all the same. You condemn me, but you don't condemn him. Typical. Anyway, another character that you find out quite a bit about is Rosalie. That's a really pretty blonde vampire, and literally after Edward saves Bella from the van, literally anytime she's around Edward, this is literally what she's thinking. Idiot, dumbass, moron, stupid, idiot, moron, dumbass. Another character that I really love in the book is Jessica, because in the book of Twilight, she's all like, whenever she's around Bella, she's like, oh, hi Bella, how was your weekend? And then she's her usual chatterbox self, but in her thoughts, she's just, anytime that Bella mentions Edward, she's just like, don't even think about it, idiot. And then when she's talking to other people about Bella, she's like, she's not even really that pretty. I don't understand why the guys are so into her. Oh. And honestly, I freaking love Jessica, because she's sassy, she's jealous of Bella, and you actually find out that she used to be in love with Edward. Not only is that interesting, but I find that funny. I find that funny. But anyway, moving on. I already said what I don't like about this book, and I'm still paying the price for it. But anyway, so I bashed Edward quite a bit, but there is a section in the there is one part of the final chapter where the guy Tyler that almost hits Bella with a van, he actually thinks that he's Bella's prom date, calls up her house, well actually goes up to Bella's house, and then Bella's dad calls Bella, and he's just like, Bella, this guy Tyler here says he's your prom date. And Edward takes the phone, and one of the times that I really love Edward as a character is just like, excuse me, Tyler? Yes, there's been some miscommunication. Bella is unavailable tonight, and she will be unavailable almost every weekend until further notice. She is dating me. Not you, me. She is not your prom date, she is my prom date because she is my girlfriend. And if you could just, like, move on and date somebody else or do whatever, I would really appreciate that. Okay, I hope you have a good evening. That is straight up savage! Like, literally, he puts Tyler in his place, and he's just like, what did Tyler do to you? But at least, Edward was being a gentleman about it. So, you gotta give him that. So there's a lot of funny moments in this book, and just obviously, anytime Edward reads Rosalie's mind after he saves Bella, that's funny. There's a bit of meta humor, like after Bella's saved from the van, and she's talking to Edward in the hospital when he's like, just play it cool. Later on, he tells her, you're a terrible actress. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome! Because, like, the meta humor isn't very funny, but the fact that they tried to make it funny is what makes it funny. Because it failed on all levels. And I think the funniest moment is the scene when pretty much Bella rejects Mike, and Mike is sort of a simp in this book, because this is literally what he's thinking afterward. Yeah, I guess Jessica's just as pretty as Bella. And I guess Jessica has I guess she has bigger boobs than Bella. Nice thighs, nice hips. She's funny, she's cute, she's, that booty! Oh, the hell with this! Yeah, I think you get the point. This book is really funny. And so, yeah, the Twilight books get a lot of flack, and it's not hard to see why. But honestly, I really love the books, and I really love this book. And this was literally the bookmark I used throughout the entire time I was reading the book. It's Hufflepuff. Because Edward, his actor, played a Hufflepuff in Harry Potter, so, justice for Cedric and all that. And plus, Robert Pattinson is one of my favorite Batmans. So, I had to show him some respect, so. And so, I cut it out of the video because the microphone was messing up. But I condemn some of the things that Jacob does. So, and I have a lot of positive things to say about Edward. So, any Team Edward fan that sees this video, just know I have a lot of positive and negative things to say about both characters. So don't at me with that. Well, I gotta wrap this up because I got somewhere to be. So until next time, stay positive and stay awesome, everyone. See ya. I got a special surprise for y'all throughout October, so stick around for that.